You're going to wake up one day and be 40. I don't care how old you are right now. I don't care if you're 25 and think you have all the time in the world, or 35 and feeling like life is finally starting to make sense. One day you're going to blink and a decade will be gone. Just gone, like it never happened. You'll remember moments, flashes, big events, but the days in between, the weeks, the months, they'll blur together into nothing. And you'll ask yourself the same question everyone asks. Where did the time go? The answer is simple, and you're not going to like it. It went exactly where you put it. It went into scrolling, into working jobs you didn't care about, into relationships that didn't matter, into worrying about things that never happened, into waiting for the right moment that never came. Time doesn't disappear, you just don't notice it leaving. And by the time you do, it's already too late to get it back. If that hits you in the chest, good. That means you're paying attention. Hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and stay with me. Because what I'm about to tell you might be the wake-up call you've been avoiding. Let me tell you something nobody wants to admit. When you were a kid, summer felt like forever. 3 months was an eternity. You could fill it with adventures, boredom, growth, and it still felt endless. Now, 3 months is nothing. It's a blink. You start the year in January with all these plans, and suddenly it's April, then July, then December, and you're sitting there wondering what you even did with that time. That's not an accident. That's how time works as you age. When you're 10 years old, 1 year represents 10% of your entire life. That's huge. That year holds weight. It feels significant because it is. But when you're 40, 1 year is only 2.5% of your life. It's smaller. It feels less important. And your brain treats it that way. It compresses it. So the older you get, the faster time moves. Not objectively. Obviously, a year is still a year. But perceptually, in your experience, in how it feels. And here's the part that nobody prepares you for. It doesn't slow down. It only gets faster. Right now, this moment, time is moving faster than it was 5 years ago. And 5 years from now, it'll be moving even faster than it is today. You can't stop that. You can't slow it down. But what you can do, what you must do, is wake up to it before it's too late. Because most people don't wake up until they're looking back, until they're 50 or 60 trying to figure out where their 30s and 40s went. And by then, those years are just gone. They're not coming back. You don't get a redo. You don't get to go back and make different choices with the time you had. You just get regret and the knowledge that you were warned and you didn't listen. Think about the last 5 years of your life. Really think about it. What did you do? What changed? What did you accomplish? What relationships did you build or lose? What dreams did you pursue or abandon? Now ask yourself, if the next 5 years go exactly the same way, will you be okay with that? Because that's your trajectory right now. That's where you're headed unless you make a conscious decision to change direction. And most people don't. They just keep drifting, keep going through the motions, keep telling themselves they'll make changes later, or when things settle down, or when the time is right. But things never settle down. The time is never right, and later becomes never. Meanwhile, time keeps moving, faster and faster, taking pieces of your life with it that you'll never get back. Your parents are aging, your kids are growing up, your body is changing, your opportunities are shrinking, your energy is decreasing, and you're still waiting, still planning, still telling yourself you have time. You don't, not in the way you think you do. Here's what people get wrong about time. They treat it like it's abundant, like it's renewable, like they can always make up for lost time later. They can't. You can make more money, you can buy new things, you can move to a new place. You can even repair some relationships if you work at it, but you can't make more time. Once it's gone forever, and you don't even know how much you have. You could have 50 years left, or 5 years, or 5 months. Nobody knows. That's the uncomfortable truth everyone tries to avoid thinking about. But avoiding it doesn't change it. It just makes you waste the time you do have. Here's what people usually do. They prioritize everything except what actually matters. They spend 40, 50, 60 hours a week at jobs they tolerate or hate, trading their time for money they'll spend on things they don't need to impress people they don't like. They scroll through social media for hours every day, watching other people live their lives while their own life passes by unnoticed. They say yes to obligations they don't care about because they're afraid of disappointing people who wouldn't do the same for them. They stay in relationships that drain them because it's easier than being alone or starting over. They put off their dreams, their health, their happiness, telling themselves they'll get to it eventually, and eventually never comes. Because here's the thing, you think you're postponing these things temporarily, just until work calms down, just until you have more money, just until the kids are older, just until you feel ready. But work never calms down. You never have enough money. The kids grow up and move out, and you never feel ready. So you just keep postponing and postponing and postponing until one day you realize you postponed your entire life, and now it's too late to live it. Here's what you should understand instead. The things that matter most are the things you keep putting off. Your health, your relationships, your dreams, your growth, your peace. These aren't things you do later. These are things you do now, or you don't do them at all. Because later isn't promised. And even if it comes, you won't be the same person. You won't have the same energy, the same health, the same opportunities. Time doesn't wait for you to get your life together. It moves regardless of whether you're ready or not. So if something matters to you, you make time for it now. Today, not tomorrow, not next week, not when things are less busy. Because things will never be less busy. Life doesn't get easier. It gets more complicated, more demanding, more full of obligations. If you don't make time for what matters now, you never will. That's just reality. And here's another hard truth. Nobody's going to do this for you. Nobody's going to force you to call your parents more, to spend time with your kids, to take care of your body, to pursue your passions, to live intentionally. That's on you. That's your responsibility. And every day you delay is a day you'll never get back. Stop for a second. Really stop. Think about what you just heard. What's one thing you've been putting off? One thing that actually matters to you, but you keep telling yourself you'll do it later? Drop it in the comments. Just naming it is the first step. And if this message is hitting you where it needs to, share this video with someone who needs to hear it too. Sometimes we all need a reminder that time isn't waiting. Now let's keep going. Let me tell you why this matters. Why it really truly matters, because the way you spend your days is the way you spend your life. There's no separation between the two. If you spend your days doing things that don't matter, you're spending your life doing things that don't matter. It's that simple. And one day, sooner than you think, you're going to be old. You're going to look back at your life and see it for what it really was. Not what you intended, not what you planned, what you actually did. And you're going to be either proud or disappointed, grateful or regretful, at peace or full of what ifs. Which one you feel depends entirely on the choices you make right now. Today, this week, this year. Not the choices you wish you made, not the choices you plan to make, the choices you actually make. Your relationships won't survive on good intentions. They survive on time and attention, on showing up, on being present. If you're always too busy for the people you love, eventually they'll stop reaching out. They'll stop expecting you to show up. They'll build their lives around your absence. And when you finally have time for them, they might not have time for you anymore. Or worse, they might not be here anymore. I'm not trying to be dark. I'm trying to be honest. People don't live forever. Relationships don't wait forever. And the time you have with the people you love is limited. Use it. Stop taking it for granted. Stop assuming there will always be tomorrow, because tomorrow isn't guaranteed. And even if it comes, it might come too late. The same applies to your dreams, to the things you want to do, create, become. If you keep putting them off, they don't just wait patiently in the background. They fade. They lose power. They become part of the life you wish you lived instead of the life you actually lived. And when you're old, you don't want to be that person who says, I always wanted to, but never did. You want to be the person who tried, who took the risk, who made the time, even if it didn't work out the way you hoped. Because trying and failing is better than never trying at all. At least then you know. At least then you don't spend the rest of your life wondering, what if? Here's something else. Time is the only thing you can give that you can never get back. When you give someone your time, you're giving them a piece of your life. That's sacred, that's valuable, that means something. But most people give their time away to things that don't deserve it, to jobs that don't value them, to people who don't appreciate them, to distractions that don't fulfill them. And then they wonder why their life feels empty, why they feel unfulfilled, why they're constantly busy but never satisfied. It's because they're spending their time, their life, on things that don't matter to them. And you can't get that time back. You can't undo years of misplaced priorities. All you can do is wake up, realize what you've been doing, and make a different choice going forward. Stop wasting your time. Stop giving it away to things that don't deserve it. Start protecting it. Start investing it in things that actually matter. Your health matters. Your relationships matter. Your growth matters. Your peace matters. Your dreams matter. Make time for these things, not when it's convenient, not when you feel like it. Now, because now is all you have. This moment, today, right now. The past is gone. You can't change it. The future isn't here yet. You can't control it. All you can do is choose how you use this moment, this day, this year, and that choice determines everything. So here's what I want you to remember. Time is moving, right now. As you're listening to this, time is passing. This moment will never come back. This day will never repeat. And 10 years from now, you're going to look back at today, at this week, at this year, and you're going to be either grateful or regretful. Grateful that you finally woke up, that you stopped wasting time on things that didn't matter, that you started living intentionally, that you made time for what was important, or regretful that you let another year slip by, another 5 years, another 10, that you kept making the same excuses, that you kept waiting for the perfect moment that never came. Which one is it going to be? Because the choice is yours. Nobody can make it for you. Nobody can save you from your own procrastination, your own fear, your own comfort. You have to save yourself. And the way you do that is by realizing that time is not on your side. It's moving, fast, faster than you think, and it's not going to slow down. So stop waiting, stop planning, stop preparing for the perfect moment. Start now with what you have, where you are, imperfect, uncertain, afraid. Do it anyway. Call the person you've been meaning to call. Start the project you've been putting off. Make the change you know you need to make. Take the risk you've been avoiding. Not tomorrow, today. Because tomorrow isn't promised. And even if it comes, it's going to turn into yesterday faster than you can imagine. And when it does, you want to make sure you used it. You lived it. You didn't let it slip away while you were busy making excuses. Time is your most valuable resource. It's the only thing you have that you can't get more of. Treat it that way. Protect it. Use it wisely. Spend it on things that matter, because at the end of your life, that's all that will matter. Not how much money you made. Not what other people thought of you. Not how busy you were. What will matter is how you spent your time, who you spent it with, what you created, what you experienced, how you loved, how you lived. Make sure when that moment comes, you can look back and say, I didn't waste it. I lived. I really lived. That's what matters. That's what lasts. So don't waste another day. Don't waste another hour. Start now. Make it count, because time is moving, and it moves faster than you think. If this message resonated with you, hit that subscribe button. This is Know This. We're here to give you the truth, the uncomfortable, necessary truth about life. We drop a new video every week. Real talk, no fluff, no sugarcoating, just honest lessons about time, growth, purpose, and what it really takes to live a meaningful life. Take a moment after this video ends and think about what you heard. Really sit with it. Then do something about it, even something small. Make one call, take one step, make one change. Just don't let this be another video you watch and forget. Let it be the moment you finally woke up. See you in the next one. Make your time count.